Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to a brand new episode of TightSpot's Thoughts. On this week's episode, TightSpot will give you his thoughts on TNA Rebellion. That's right, he's going to give you his thoughts on who he thinks are going to win the matches live from the Palms Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada on Saturday, April 20th. Let's go. Let's bring in TightSpot right now. Ladies and gentlemen, TightSpot, give us your thoughts. All right. Yep. I'm the man behind the mist. Little voice. You know, whatever. Doesn't matter. You guys know who I am. I'm the real TightSpot. Hope you guys are all doing well. And, yeah. We got a hell of a stacked lineup of a show that's going down this weekend at the Palms Casino here in Las Vegas, and I will be in attendance. Yes, I will be there. I will be cheering on everybody and watching some great action of TNA. So let's get no further. Let's go to the card and tell you guys our thoughts of what is going to happen. So, right, there's going to be 7 total matches, 3 on the pre-show, and then 7 on the main show. And we are going to go down the line right now and tell you guys our thoughts on every single one of those matches right now. First is Leon Slater and ABC, Ace Austin and Chris Bay versus the Rascalz, Trey Miguel, Zachary Wentz, and Myron Reed. Now, man, oh man, what can we expect from this match? I expect a lot of high-flying action, a lot of back and forth and in and out of the ring, some debauchery, maybe some, some mishap causes, the win to happen, or some backstabbing, or I don't know, some crazy shit's gonna go on in this match. You never know when you get Ace and Bay and Leon Slater and the Rascalz all in the ring at once. Anything is possible, and I have a trouble picking this one, but I think in the end, I think the Rascalz pick up this victory and the feud continues on. And it's not a clean victory. I think the Rascalz cheat to win, but I think Ace and Bay and Leon Slater will see a victory another day down the line. Next matchup is tag team matchup for the TNA Knockout World Tag Team Championships, and that is Spitfire, Dani Luna, and Jody Threat, who are the champions, and they're going to be just announced going to be coming to the ring with Lars Frederiksen of the band Rancid, and Lars Frederiksen and the Bastards, and all that. So yeah, it's gonna be an insane matchup, and they're gonna come against Decay, Havok, and Rosemary, who they very familiar with. They won the titles from a brief while ago, and I think with this being in Las Vegas and Decay, Havok, and Rosemary trying to get back in the title picture and trying to get the titles back, I unfortunately think it will not happen. I love Decay. I love Havok and Rosemary. Great people. Great wrestlers. But I think Spitfire continues their reign. And just solidifies them as a top champion of the Knockout division as well. In our next final matchup on the pre-show, you got Crazy Steve versus Laredo. Crazy Steve is the digital media champion. This was just announced yesterday. So this match, I mean, honestly, I love Crazy Steve's run. It's going very well for him. I think him and Laredo have been in the ring before this time, and I think Crazy Steve picks up the win again. I mean, he has a nice little run with the digital media championship. I don't know what Laredo Kid's thinking here, but it's gonna be a lot of back and forth action again. Like all these matches are gonna be a lot of back and forth. Nothing's gonna be a squash for sure. in this day and age of TNA. None of these are just one-sided storylines or victories for sure. I think Crazy Steve does retain his TNA Digital Media Championship there at the Palms Casino this Saturday on the pre-show to Rebellion. Next up, we're going to the main card, guys. We got Frankie Kazarian and Eric Young going up against each other in a Full Metal Mayhem match. Once good friends, now bitter enemies. Frankie Kazarian still holding on to a lot. Eric Young still proving himself a lot as well. These two vet wrestlers will go at it, and I don't think they're going to pull out the stops. I think they're going to go all in on this match like they always have on their career. TNA long stays Frankie Kazarian and Eric Young. Eric Young, one of the longest tenured wrestlers in TNA. Even though leaving to go back to WWE back and forth a little bit ago, it seems that this match, and I think, the last time I saw Eric in person, it was when he was getting exiled from their design, and but not Violence is Forever, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I think Eric Young gets a victory to open up the show in TNA for Rebellion. Next up would be Joe Hendry. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. That's right. I believe in Joe Hendry. And he's going up against Rich Swann with AJ Francis. I love both these guys, and I think AJ Francis, I think he's done a lot better now, and getting into the shape and the wrestling area that he wants to be. I mean, honestly, he was definitely gung-ho on WWE a lot, and wanted them to make big moves right away with Hit Row and all that. But I think he's getting a lot of experience now in the Indies and also now in TNA. So I would like to see Joe Hendry win, but I think Rich Swann picks up the victory somehow against his former friend, just like Eric Young and Frankie Kazarian. I think Rich Swann gets this victory on this one, and the storyline continues. I mean, we'll probably see some action the next day at the tapings. So just stay tuned to TNA and all their socials and all that to see what happens with this match and so much more. Next up would be our X Division Championship. Mustafa Ali versus Jake Something. Man, oh man. I'm excited. I get to see Mustafa Ali at his prime here, kicking ass, taking names on the Indies and also TNA, and being the X Division champion that he won a little while ago as well. But I think Jake Something and him have a hell of a match. Jake Something coming back to TNA after a while out of TNA, and doing everything he can to solidify his name in like Bloodsport, and he's done Bloodsport before, and then just other Wrestling Revolver and everything else he's done recently. So I give it up. I think Mustafa Ali retains though. Really think that TNA needs a long run champion like Mustafa to carry that division for right now. Because a lot of the other competitors in the X Division are definitely spread out on the roster and what they're doing right now. So anything's possible with that. But I do think Mustafa Ali retains. And hope you guys enjoy that match as well. I'm very looking forward to that. Our seventh match of match of the evening is the System, Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers with Alisha Edwards versus Speedball Mountain, Mike Bailey and Trent Seven for the Tag Team Championship of TNA. System comes in red hot. Speedball Mountain, same thing. They're kicking ass, taking names, and they're ready for a fight. Speedball has been killing it all over the country, all over the world, while TNA's doing their thing and not having tapings all the time and all that. Trent Seven doing his thing as well, just staying in shape, kicking ass, taking names. And then Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers doing the same thing, doing what they do. So in this match, I would like to see titles change hands because I think the system breaks up. Like, it doesn't break up, but I think the system has cracks. I think it happens here at Rebellion. I think Speedball Mountain gets their taste of TNA Gold. That's my thought, but it's not going to happen. But I think, in all honesty, the system's probably going to retain here tonight and cheat. And I think Speedball and Trent will get their revenge someday, one way or another, in that order of things. Then our next match is a singles match for TNA Knockouts World Championship. Jordynne Grace versus Steph DeLander. Looking forward to this. Really like how Jordynne Grace has changed her ways and wrestling styles over the years, and definitely amazes me what she can do. And Steph DeLander, I mean, honestly, has done a lot for herself on the indies with the help of Matt Cardona and also her boyfriend Mance Warner, who was crazy awesome as well. It's going to be a hell of a match. Unfortunately, Matt Cardona won't be there, so we may see Mance Warner. Who knows? That would be crazy, but that would be interesting to see what TNA decides to do with that, considering that Matt Cardona was supposed to be there, but he got injured, and he had surgery yesterday. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there. But I think I would love to see Steph DeLander win it. I think Steph could win it, but we don't know what's going on. We don't know if she's signed full-time or whatever, but Steph DeLander's going to put on a hell of a match with Jordynne Grace. If she doesn't win this time, she could win the next time that they ever face for the title. Because honestly, this division for the women has been very solid, but like a change could happen. A change could make it better as well for the title, just because, you know. I know it would just freshen it up a little bit, and maybe have Steph DeLander drop it to Jordynne Grace down the line or something like that, or whatever. I mean, I don't know what they want to do as a company, but Steph DeLander would be another leap on the bounds of the knockout division. I mean, Jordynne Grace, don't get me wrong, I love her. I think she's great. But I think it's time for a new, fresh air of titles. We've seen Jordynne Grace hold it for a while now. But a new champion, a new era of the division could happen with Steph DeLander. Josh Alexander versus Hamilstone in the next match. In the last man standing match. Wow. I've seen my fair share of last man standing matches, and this one is going to be live for me. I saw Shane and Kane back in the day at Unforgiven, 2003. But I think this match, I mean, being that it's Pearl of the Palms, it's going to get dangerous a little bit. It's going to get feisty. It's going to get bloody. Somebody's going to get knocked the fuck out at a 10 count. And I think I don't think Josh will lose this. I think being that he is TNA written all over it. You know, he is 100% this company, and I think that's what they will do. I think Josh Alexander will win this. I mean, the storyline between Hammerstone and Josh Alexander is here from the rooftop. You know, it's definitely a good one. They've had their battles in and out of the ring, in and out of other rings, like in and out down the story path of their careers. But I think Josh Alexander picks this one up in the Pearl at the Palms this Saturday night. And then our main event, of course. If you guys did not watch the press conference yesterday, it is still available on the TNA website. You got TNA YouTube and all that. You guys can watch that there. But the main event is Nick Nemeth versus the champion Moose for the TNA World Championship. Man, oh man. We saw a few weeks ago the changing of the guard, a new era, so to say, in another company. And that was Nick Nemeth's former employee. Employer. So I honestly would like to see Nick Nemeth win this. But does he? Does he stick around? I mean, is he Is he gonna go somewhere else? I mean, New Japan wants him. AEW might want him. And he's in the prime of his career. He's on his downward path of his length of career. You don't know. Like, I know he said during the interview, you don't know when, where, or how your career will end unless you write your story and you keep on the path of getting better and better. I mean, he is 43 right now. He is not a young chicken in this league anymore, and I don't think Moose is either. Moose is 39. I mean, he's the same age as me. He'll be 30. He'll be 40 on the 23rd of this month, so 4 days from now. So I you know what? If it's something to do with that, I mean, honestly, then changes my mind. I think Moose retains, but I think you would honestly want to see Dolph Ziggler, well, not Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth win. I know his freaking Wikipedia page still says Dolph Ziggler. It's just a Nick Nemeth. But yeah, I would love to see Nick win, but Moose is like the face of the company. He wants to be the face of the franchise, like he said during that press conference yesterday in Vegas. Yeah, I think I'm going to say Nick wins it, but in my wholeheartedness, I will say Moose on the other side of things does win it as well. I think maybe the system does interrupt in the match. I think it is an ODQ. It doesn't really say, but I don't think it would. I don't think you would like when we get disqualified for a main event like that. I don't think they want to screw Vegas and screw the live audience that are watching around the country over with a disqualification in the main event for the title. So there you go. Those are my picks. Let me know in the comments what you guys think and know of what you think of my shit that I say. I know it's just thoughts and ramblings of a quote unquote madman. I quote that old line. But yeah, I mean, you got 10 solid matches happening tomorrow night, live on pay-per-view, live on TNA app. You can buy it and be there as well. Tickets are still available on Ticketmaster for the show. Also, DJ Ashba will be opening the show with the Star Spangled Banner at the event. Should be interesting to see. But I love you guys. Thank you all for being here, honestly. Thank you for the likes and the follows and the subs on the YouTube. And guys, more content coming. Stay tuned. Our AEW Dynasty picks will be coming up as well. That will probably be our next video because that is on Sunday. I love you guys. Thank you for watching my ramblings. Thank you for thinking my thoughts. Go check out my dudes, Stoner Gamer, FGFL. FGFL is Franchise Gaming TTV. Also check out our dude, They're Dirty Casual. Also our boy, Open Mic Network. And Hype, the commentator, Stoner Gamer. Everybody, check out those guys. If you guys haven't checked out those guys' content on the Twitter or the Twitch or all the social medias, you're missing out on some great content. But everybody, thank you for tuning into this video. TightSpot signing out. We'll see you on the next vid, and I thank you guys all for watching my video, TightSpot's thoughts on TNA Rebellion. Bow, 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 bow.